if you remember, yesterday we started with our discussion on what is ServiceNow, and we understood that not only ServiceNow, that and every other technology, any modern day technology, right now it works on a system that's a cloud system or a cloud based system. And what exactly is a cloud based system? Anything, any technology that uses a cloud computing architecture behind the scenes is basically called as a cloud technology. And now if you look at this particular scene, what exactly is a cloud computing architecture? If there is a company ABC that onboards ServiceNow, they need to share the data, and ServiceNow stores that data into multiple locations. And that data, like that physical data from multiple locations, can be hosted on a virtual plant that's called as cloud, and users with the help of the internet connection can actually make use of that data, and they can actually look, and they can have a, they can access the data just like it's present on their local machines. Okay, so that's exactly what as a, what exactly you call as a cloud computing architecture. And any technology, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, service, Salesforce, SAP, any technology that's basically using this particular thing will be called as a cloud technology, right? And now, moving ahead, we talked about SaaS and PaaS. Now, in SaaS and PaaS, we talked about the configurations and customization part. We understood that in software as a service, we just get the software in hand. We don't hold the licensing control on that particular software. Okay. And exactly the thing is, once you get it, uh, once you get the software, you can actually configure the things in your environment as per the policies and guidelines decided by your software provider. But you cannot breach those guidelines, right? You can simply configure your software as per the guidance of the software provider. But when you get a platform as a service, that means you're getting a complete platform, and you're getting the ownership of that platform as well. So it's just like you are working on a in Meta, or as a developer or as an admin. So, and then at that point you have the control over both of the aspects of configuration as well as customization. So that's exactly what you call as SaaS and PaaS, due to which the outcome is ServiceNow is both, right? Like we discussed yesterday, that ServiceNow is both. It's SaaS and PaaS. It's basically a blend of two that's used to create, maintain, and expand the business and business operations. So that was something that we discussed yesterday. Okay, so this was the quick discussion that we completed. And now moving ahead, we will be talking about the ITSM structure or ITIL framework of solving the problems. So I'll quickly, I will close this file. If anyone wants to take a screenshot, here you want to take a screenshot, you can let me know. I can give you a few seconds to take a screenshot. If not, you can take the screenshot from the recording as well. From today onwards, you will be getting the recordings as well. Is anyone taking the recording? Sorry, is the screenshot?
I've already taken it,
Okay,
Gaurav. So,
perfect.
Yes, I have also taken.
Oh, perfect, perfect. Although you will be getting the recording, so you can take it from there as well. Okay, no worries about that. Okay, now
Okay, sure.
I'll quickly, open up a new file, and I'm going to just close this one. Now, today we are going to talk about ITIL frameworks and what exactly is an ITIL process, or how exactly industry runs in terms of ITSM. Okay, so first of all, today we are talking about ITIL framework. Okay. Now, what exactly is ITIL? ITIL, the full form is IT Infrastructure Library. Okay. IT Infrastructure Library. Now, what exactly is this the meaning, or what exactly, or why exactly we need to understand ITIL processes? See, it's a framework. Okay, it's a framework. It's a systematic standard design of the process that every organization uses to cater their customers. Okay, so now let me start with a very quick thing on ServiceNow. Okay, now for example, guys, my drawing is literally horrible, so please, do the best of your imagination. Okay, I'll try my level best to draw it best. Okay, so suppose you are a user. Okay, you are an end user. Okay, now one morning you woke up and you logged in into your system. Okay, let's say this is your computer system, right? Now once you logged in into your system, what you found is your mailbox is not working. Okay, like your mailbox is not working, so you are having a mailbox issue with your computer, let's say, right? So as a responsible employee, what you have done is you raised a complaint, right? You raised a complaint to the IT team, right? Most of the time we call them IT team, service desk people, service team, right? Technical service team, technical support team, like you can have the different synonyms, but ultimately they provide you the technical support with your systems, right? So one morning you woke up, you saw that your laptop is not working, and your mailbox in your Outlook is not working. So you created a request for the technical solutions team, and they raised a ticket for you, right? And they raised a ticket. Now if anything is not working as expected in service, now it is called as an incident. Okay, what exactly is an incident? Anything, if it is not working as expected, it is called as an incident. So like once you, since your Outlook was working earlier and it is not working now, so you have raised a ticket there, you have got the incident, so you will be getting a ticket number in terms of incident. So it looks something like this: inc 001. Okay, for example. Okay, now let's say this is the first thing that you will study, or like this is the first stage of service now that actually talks about the incident processes. So now what exactly is an incident? Anything, if it is not working as expected, it's called as an incident. Okay, now you can imagine couple of other users, maybe after you, let's say there are let's say 100 or 200 more users. I'm just drawing two of them, but you can assume that these are, let's say, 1,000 users. Okay, 1,000 users who also got the same problem just like you. Like they also logged in, they also saw that their mailbox is not working, and they also raised similar complaint to the technical support team, and they got the incident raised. And the incident number can be like inc 001, then you have got the 002, then finally you have till inc 1000, something like that, right? So you have got few people got the incidents created. Like now there are 1,000 people who are getting impacted with this particular issue that earlier was limited to one user, now it has become a challenge for multiple users. Okay, guys, are you with me? Like everybody understood this part, what we are trying to discuss?
Yes, Gaurav.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
perfect.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Gaurav.
Yeah, see, let's make a protocol since we are good in number. So what I would like to do is, whenever I'll ask did you understood, you guys can quickly use this reaction button and you can say thumbs up. Okay, if you do a thumbs up, I will understand, and if you have a question, then you can speak up, because otherwise if I'm going to break the flow again and again, it's going to take a long time. Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Okay, so now if you analyze this situation, what's exactly happening here? Earlier the situation was just with one user, like there was one user, mailbox was not working, so team was chilling out, right? Now it's 1,000 users who are facing the same problem. Now if you look at the situation, what just happened is, you can see that the criticality of this situation is now increased, right? Like earlier the situation was just limited to one person, now it's limited to, now it has expanded to 1,000 people, right? So now if you look at this particular situation, you can clearly see the criticality has got increased. And now as per the process, whenever the criticality of a particular incident reaches a certain level, okay, whenever the criticality of uh, a particular incident reaches a certain level, we can convert that incident into a problem. Okay, but in order to convert an incident to a problem, the incident should qualify the criticality needs. Okay, now let me tell you a quick thing which, like, you might confuse yourself here. Let's see, incident getting converted to a problem. Now you might say that, Gaurav, whenever there is an incident, when the problem is faced by one person, then, and whenever it is getting faced by thousands of people, then only it will get converted to problem? No. My point is, whenever the criticality of that incident increases to a certain level, then it gets converted to a problem. Now, what exactly that means? See, right now, the example that we are discussing right now, this contains an info where the criticality is increasing in terms of number, right? The number of the users. But suppose, suppose there is an incident which says your business application is down. Okay, there is an incident which says that your business application is down. So in that case, you can very well imagine that if your business application is down, that means your business is down. So in that case, even one incident is good enough to convert it into a problem. So, are you getting my point that criticality increase means, in general, criticality increase? It is not always related to, it's not always a number game. It can be a number game, it can be a technical issue also. For example, the CEO of the organization loses access to all of the systems. In that case, also, even one incident is good enough, is capable enough to convert it into a problem. I hope my team is with me on the same page. Okay, perfect. Okay, I think Rohit is having some questions.
Yeah, hi Gaurav. Gaurav, just need to check one thing. So, the incident raised by a normal user, an incident raised by a business user, and an incident raised by a C-level user.
Hmm.
So, the criticality of for all the three users would be differ, or that would be count as
That's a
whatever I would
very
say a normal
that's a
incident.
very genuine question. Okay, and I would love to answer that. See, so if you see like a C level question, a C level person, a normal business user and an end user. So whenever we talk about an end user, see, the thing is now the criticality purely depends upon the description of the incident, what that user is trying to describe. Okay, if the description contains something literally very serious, yes, it will be taken as a priority. But if you talk about a C type user, right, a CEO level type user, those users are already flagged in our service now as VIP users, and whenever there will be an incident coming from a VIP user, it automatically gets more weightage. Okay, so
Mm,
summarizing everything, if I say, it is like for a normal user, for a business user, for a agent, the criticality will be defined on the basis of the description and the short description that they are providing into incident. But for a C level person, it is always prioritized, because if a C level person is taking a pain to raise an incident, you can understand that it's not going to be a short thing. Okay.
I I have a quick question, Gaurav.
Yeah, sure.
What is a C-level user and business user? Because I'm totally new to service now. I have no clue. So,
Okay, so
like, if you can
Surbi,
just,
like, okay, I'll tell you. I know, like, we have used a bit of acronym here. C level means
जी,
your CEO, CFO, or COO. Like the C level means the top level management.
top management, जी,
Exactly.
ठीक है.
The business user is just like you and me, like some service now admin, some functional business user. Okay, so that's
Okay.
called as a business user.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Okay. And end user obviously is the client.
Yes, end
Like,
user is
all,
obviously your customer.
yep. Okay.
Okay.
ठीक
Thanks.
है.
Thanks, Gaurav. Gaurav, one more insight since we are touching this topic. So, when we say we will prioritize or C level will automatically lands into a VIP users set of category, but is there any provision or do we do those prioritization while adding the users into service now?
Yeah, actually,
Or
that
it
is
will
also a
become
very good question.
automatically?
That's not a developer level question, it's an architect based question basically, but I can answer that. So the thing is, whenever we onboard service now for handling things, okay, we usually
Mhm.
provide the data in such a format. ServiceNow has got a format. They will ask you the different questions. They will, before getting onboarded, before handing over your existing system to you, they there will be multiple sessions arranged with your internal ServiceNow team and the official ServiceNow guys, and they are going to
Correct.
give a knowledge transfer to the to your team, the your service now team in your organization. So based on that
Yeah,
knowledge transfer, though all these conventions, that who will be treated as a VIP user, what all norms, what all will be the breach points, what exactly is acceptable, what is not acceptable, right? So all those things are decided in those meetings, which is the onboarding part.
understood. Yeah, thanks. Then during the requirement gathering, basically.
Exactly. Exactly. Even I would not say requirement gathering, I would say initial onboarding, because once
Sure.
you onboard service now, then comes the requirements.
Correct, correct.
Okay. Now you can clearly see that these two guys are the villains in the city, and now we need a hero in our city to basically save the city, right? So there comes the third module, which is called as change. Now, what exactly is a change? If you look at the word change itself, so change means you have to change something in the system. Okay. Now, what exactly is that something? Something, I can say that a bad logic, a bad code, a bad configuration, a misconfiguration. Or if you are planting something new, like if you are trying to provide a new features to your customers, that suppose up till now you were having just a normal website, and now you would like to you are planning to provide a chatbot to your customers, so that your customers can actually chat with the chatbot to get their queries resolved. So whenever you are trying to fix a particular problem or incident, you have to raise a change means you have to change the system settings in such a way that it can be a code related change, it can be a configuration related change, it can be something which is going to solve the incident and the problem. Okay, so the change means solving incident and problem. We need change in the system. Now change can be of three types. Okay, first is normal change. Okay, second is standard change. Okay, and third is emergency change. Okay, so we have got three type of changes. Okay, so standard change, normal change, and emergency change. Now if you look at these three changes, now let me tell you what exactly the difference between the three. If you look at the normal change and the standard change, normal change requires approval and they are high value changes. Okay, standard changes, they do not require any approval and they are low value changes. I will explain what exactly I mean to say high value and low value. And emergency, as the name suggests, if it's 12 in the night and anything breaks in production, you have to quickly raise an emergency change to fix that, and obviously it's going to be a high value change. Okay, now, let's understand what exactly is a high value change or a low value change. High value change means, suppose, first of all, let's start with low value change. Okay, suppose you have got a website. Okay, and you saw that on your website some font color is not suitable, it's not eye catching. So you decided to open a story, or you decided to request the development team to change those cosmetic things, like maybe the color of the font, maybe size of the font, maybe a spelling is wrong on your portal or the website. So those all are the low impact change, because they are not at all playing with the existing functionality, right? It's not playing with the functionality, it's just a simple spelling change or a font change or a color change, right? It's not, it has got nothing to do with your it has got nothing to do with your core functionality, right? So those are called as low value changes, and that's why for low value changes we raise the standard change. Now on the other side, if you are trying to raise a change where exactly for example, like the example that I've given, like the chatbot example. Now if your chatbot is a very heavy functionality, right? So if you are introducing a new very heavy functionality, yes, you need a normal change that will require a higher management approval. Cosmetic changes, some small defects, some small fixes, the spelling mistake type of fixes will not require any approval, and those are dealt with the help of standard change. And emergency change, as the name suggests, it is going to be raised in the case of emergency. I hope my team is on the same page with this particular idea.
For standard changes, we must be having some kind of documents,
Yes,
standard documents, right?
exactly. Exactly. So all the standard changes are designed with the help of the standard templates. There is a specific template which is designed for the standard change. Okay. That if it's a cosmetic change, if it's a simple database change, if it's a, like, but you can very well, like, see, obviously we are going to do a very detailed deep dive into each of these modules. But the thing is, you should understand right now we are just trying to look at them from a glance. Okay. So you should understand the idea. The core idea is high value, low value, and emergency value. I hope this is clear for everybody.
Gaurav, I
Uh-huh.
have a question.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Is emergency change just related with production, like on the?
Yes. Because see,
Okay.
Surbi, the thing is, whenever you say it's an emergency, you cannot
Mm-hmm.
wake somebody up in the midnight, right? Until and unless
Yeah.
your business is getting impacted. See, if you
Mm-hmm.
are saying that you are not able to find the password of a non-prod instance, right? So you cannot
Mm-hmm.
really wake your team up, right? Because the
Yeah.
business is not getting impacted. You can do that task morning also, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Obviously. Yeah, Rohit.
Gaurav, who decides the change is gonna to be emergency? I mean, schedule changes or normal changes I can understand, but landing that into emergency category, I'm sure some analysis might have been done on that, right?
Yes.
So,
So
who
I have
does
a very straight
actually
answer.
approves that?
Yeah, yeah, I have a very straight answer to that. So we have got the product owners. All, like, whenever you will work in the production part, there will be different product owners who will be owning different modules. Okay. So now if I talk about my previous experience, like, I'll just pick up my experience from American Express. So in my like, in when I was working for American Express, we used to have a product owner for incidents, we used to have a product owner for change. Now, if there is a change that is happening into incident module, we need a joint decision from both of the product owners. So the email will be written, a call will be placed to all those people who are concerned. But the change manager, the change owner, or the change process owner is the one who's going to decide that whether it should go via a emergency change or a normal change.
Okay, so somebody is there as an approver, and that is too from client side,
Yes,
not from a service integrator side. Okay.
obviously, obviously, obviously. Okay. So that's how the things gets approved. And again, we have a strong, very rigid body in both sides. Like, suppose you are a service company and you are working for a client. Okay. So in as a service company, you will be having some people getting onboarded from the client side in your team. And there will be a team called as cab team. Cab means change authority board, yeah, change authorization board. Okay. That team is basically responsible to deal with the changes, to look into the impact that change is going to cause, any outages that can be expected due to a change. So all those things will get discussed by that team. Once that team approves it, one more level of approval will be required depending upon the nature of industry. Since I am talking about a American Express, it's a finance industry, money is involved. So multiple chain of approvals and single chain of approvals depends on the process. Okay, I hope everybody is on the same page now.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. And I hope that everybody is having their uh, instance also, right? You have got the instance, ServiceNow instance. Everybody give me a quick thumbs up if you have a ServiceNow instance, or if you don't have, just speak it up. Okay. Perfect, perfect.
I need to activate that.
Okay, are you aware, Rohit, how to do that, or you need some help on that?
I will activate that. Actually, it was there, but I've not used for a long time. I
Okay.
need to activate that.
Oh, not a problem then. Okay. Then quickly, I will go to developer.servicenow.com, from where exactly you'll get your instances. I'll click on start building to open and launch my instance. Okay. So now, Anyone interested in taking the screenshot, or should I remove it? Already taken anything?
Yes, sir. I have already taken.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I will remove this file and I will bring up a new one. Now we are about to start with incident, problem, and change. Now we are going to do a deep dive into all these things. Now, if you understand in service now, whenever we talk about service now, anything, whether you talk about request, you talk about incident, problem, change, user, group, anything and everything in service now is a table. Okay, so when I'm saying that we are going to talk about the incidents, exactly what I mean is I am going to talk about the incident table. Okay, now whenever you talk about a table, you will talk about two things. Okay, firstly you will talk about the form. Like, table can have two things, right? You have got a form and you can have a list, right? I'll show that. Form and list. But before even coming to this, let me show you a few interesting things here. Now, this is one of the interview questions also. Your interviewer might ask you this question, that which version of service now you are on right now. So how to check which version
Gaurav,
this is? Yes.
Gaurav, Rohini this side. Can I just quickly show you my instance that what I'm at, and because it is asking me a couple of things and I'm unable to.
Okay.
I'll just quickly share my screen. I've shared it. I hope you guys can see it. I'm here, right? This is my screen,
Yeah.
and
You have to click start building. That's it.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
Boom. You are in.
that's it. And it will take me to all the widgets and
Yeah. Like
everything,
within a second or
everything.
two. Like just because it's getting loaded for the first time, it will take some time.
Okay,
Otherwise, it's not going to.
but UI will be like yours
Yeah.
only
Same,
now.
same, exact same.
Okay, fine.
See, it's
Oh, okay,
coming
okay.
up now.
Yeah. I can see
Okay.
that. Okay, fine. Thanks.
Okay.
And what is this? What I have to do then?
Hmm. One second. One second.
What
One second. Don't stop the screen share. Looks like okay. Can you? This is not the one. Can you just close it once?
I think
close?
you'll have to change the user role here. It was happening with me yesterday as well.
Mhm.
You change the user role to where
No,
was it?
do one thing. Do one thing.
Mhm.
Just close this tab once.
The entire tab, right? Here.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And click start building again. Okay, one second. Okay, now just do one thing. You see this URL now, App Engine Studio Home. Just remove that part from now. Okay, just till .com you put, and like just remove the rest of the part. Yeah, enter. Okay, it's still taking you there. Okay, no issues, Rohini. We can look into this. Okay, but you are in. I'll sort it out for you. Okay.
Sure. I'll stop sharing.
Okay. Now, if you look at that, like first of all, my where exactly we were checking the version of our instance, right? So if you want to really check that what exactly or which version you are on exactly, so what you can do is you will go to this all is basically a one-stop solution for everything in service now. You can say stats.do. If you click do, type stats.do and just hit enter, see, it's going to take you to this particular page, and this particular page shows each and everything. See, it says the build name is Yokohama. That means I am on the Yokohama version. Possibly for all of you who have just enrolled into service now, you will see Zurich written over here. Okay, servlet memory is going to show you how much memory your instance have, how much is allocated, how much is in use, and what is the free percentage of memory. Higher free percentage means higher speed of the instance. Okay, like the better performance. Okay, And if you remember, like I told in that first diagram, see your instance is also connected to a node, which I told you that it's a physical infrastructure. With the help of the node, it's getting hosted on the cloud. So this is the cloud setup, and it's connected to a cluster node. And you do have a node ID as well, and this node ID is unique. Okay, like this is just general knowledge, nobody's going to ask you, but you should know from where structurally, you should know that from where exactly the info is coming up, right? Now this is the stats page. Now let's quickly understand what we are going to do now. Incident, problem, and change, three things. That means we are going to first of all analyze three tables. So I'm going to go to all, and I'm going to type here incident. And once I type incident, see, this is the incident module. See, this is the incident application, you see. And under this incident application, it gives you few options. If you want to create a new incident, you can click on there. If you want to see all the incidents that are assigned to you, you can go here. You want to see open unassigned incidents, solved incidents you want to see, and all of the incidents you want to see, you can actually look at the incident from all the possible angles. So for example, if I click on all, so if you see, it's going to take me to the incident tables list view. Right now I'm having total of 64 incidents, right? These are the 64 incidents which my system contains. So this particular thing in ServiceNow is called as a list view, right? You can see it's a list of incidents, right? Like 20 incidents in one page, but it's a list of incidents, right? Now if I click on one of the incident and I open a form, that would be called as a form view, right? You can see it's a form view, right? I hope everybody's on the same page till this point. Rohini and Khushi, you're good? Okay, perfect. Okay, now let's try to discuss the incident form. Okay, and now this is my favorite part, guys. Anyone who, like, because in this batch also there are people who have already seen the incident form. So is there anyone who can explain me all these fields, like what these fields are and why we are using them for? If you will, like, even if you are wrong, I will, correct you at that point. Okay, but anyone interested in actually explaining what these fields are, why we call, like, what exactly is number, what is caller category? Anyone who can explain this? And
There
guys,
are a couple of
yeah.
mandatory fields
Hmm.
in the forms which require to create an incident. For example, user who is creating that incident, what is the caller name, then what is the category, it is break fix or any kind of incident, whatever is that. So all this required information we have to write down before creating an incident. So that's the reason this form has got few things which are mandatory.
Mhm.
We can customize the form as per a requirement, because you can see that, so there is a asterisk mark which are required fields, and wherever you can see the asterisk mark, I don't think so they are required. It's again customization you can do as per your requirement, I mean
But
your
my
project
question
requirement.
is, but my question
Mhm.
is, can you explain these one by one? What is number? What is caller? Because see, we want to take a deep down. We don't
Number
want to
is
waste.
the incident number which has been created in the backend. The
Perfect.
call is the person who is calling. The category is the, it could be software, hardware, server, your network, database, anything, right? Subcategory could be, if it is a hardware, then what kind of hardware, laptop, desktop, server, anything. Then services, again, it could be application, if anything, any particular application is down. So that particular application name or service name you can write down. So again, service offering could be that part. Configuration items is the number you can mention related to. So for example, if you have laptop and your laptop has got IP address or network has got certain IP addresses, you can mention those IPs over here. And of course the description says what is the problem, I mean what is the cause. My laptop is not working, my password is not working, I need to replace my laptop, whatever is the description, and then the save or update button, whatever it is. That's what I could see that.
Hmm. Okay. Next.
Other things, channels could be phone, telephone, email, or maybe, yeah, a walk-in. Yeah, these are the common ones. Chatbot, as you mentioned. State is, it could be any state: on hold, resolve, or just created and then assigned to someone, not assigned, closed, cancel, whatever it is. Impact could be it could be higher impact, low impact, medium. Yeah, that's what it is mentioned. Urgency, again the same as per the impact: high impact or low urgency. Priority again depends on whether it's a critical application, the priority would be P1. If it is a low or medium, P2. Or if it is a, as you mentioned earlier, it is for one user, then it could be P4, P5. But if it is for multiple users and very high critical application is down, then at that time the priority would be 1 and 2.
Hmm. I will
The
add
group
add
is
one thing to what Rohini said. See, the priority is determined by impact and urgency
impact
together. See, if
urgency.
you will toggle this, see, priority gets changed. If I put everything high, priority becomes critical. So please make sure that these three fields are interrelated. These two
Okay,
are going to calculate your priority. Please go ahead.
sure. Assignment groups, if whenever you create an incident, there is a backend mechanism that if for example, if hardware incident is there, it should reach out to the hardware team. If software is there, it should go to software. If network is there, it should reach to network. So every you can say that item has got the defined groups. We call it as a support group, incident assignment group over here in ServiceNow especially. And if that particular kind of incident has arise, it should reach out to that particular concern group so that those group members can work on that particular incident. Though it can be changed later on, that is a little Gaurav will help. But yeah, group is nothing but it should reach to the concerned department or support team, right?
Exactly.
And then assigned to whosoever is the part of those groups. So, for example, we are a part of Gaurav's team, and Gaurav's team name is training. So, if the training related query comes to this department, it should reach out to any of us. From any Surbi or me or Rohit, whosoever is there, and whosoever has got that particular incident, he'll start working on that. And then the short description, I think so. It should be written by the person who is calling or who is creating an incident, right? Again, the description is little lengthy one. Short could be the brief one, and then there are a lot of work notes. Yeah. So these are notes, records, and all this information down these will be used by the person who is working on the, so a help desk person could be what kind of notes, like what he's working on, is he using any kind of support system or anything, whatever he's working on, it is on which stage, and what support he has given, by the way. So he will write down all these work notes. Then additional comments by customer, which customer can we be able to see. So yeah, those kind of additional comments. Then work notes list. Here I think so the person who should get notified, the work notes list. I'm
Okay.
not sure about this.
No worries, no worries. Like you can continue. I will cover up whatever is pending.
Related records. So yeah, as patient incident, parent incident is the one which is by created. But yeah, as Gaurav mentioned earlier, that if incident has a multiple users, then it will get converted into the problem, and those problem related to that, so that incident will be considered as a parent. And then multiple problems will be having multiple incident numbers, right? So all those incident numbers will get converted into the child one, and which is nothing but the problem number. This is what I understood. And then again, he mentioned that to overcome those problems, there will be certain kind of changes would require, and if anything is in to for those break fixes, if we are doing any kind of changes, related changes, it will be there in the change request.
Exactly.
Then go down a little, and yeah, every incident has got a certain SLAs. So certain SLA means standard documentation. Within stipulated time it should get resolved, all these things. So those SLAs
Uh,
should be
Rohini, we
monitored.
should not,
Mm-hmm.
we'll not
Acha.
cover SLA
Okay,
here.
cool.
SLA has got a
Sure, sure.
separate module. We can come up here in the resolution information.
Resolution, okay. Knowledge is nothing but as a every in ITL industry, everything, whatever problem is there, if the problem is there, there is a knowledge article, right? I mean, if the similar kind of incident, so for example, I'm taking an incident of password reset. Multiple users get the password related problems, and at that point in time, every user shouldn't be calling to the help desk and asking for how I can resolve this problem or incident. So to solve such kind of incidents which are recurring, or which is happening multiple times, and which can be solved easily by user itself, for that we create the documents, and those documents get uploaded so that they can utilize those knowledge articles, they can read and they can follow those steps and solve those kind of problems, minimalistic problems. So that is nothing but, those articles are nothing but the knowledge. They can refer those knowledge bases and they can solve it by themselves. Then resolution code, I do not know. The resolution notes could be the
Okay.
solution which is given by the help desk manager to the user, resolved by, of course, whosoever is resolving that. And resolved could be on particular date it has been resolved by so and so person, and then at the end you
Yeah,
click upon the resolve.
exactly. So, first of all, guys, like very beautifully explained, I would say. Okay, like it was really very well explained, very well explained. Okay, so and thank you for that. It was really very good. Now I would like to quickly cover up what gaps I have noted down. Okay, so I will first of all, and obviously I'll give a quick summary too. So number is obviously a unique number of the incident. It actually distinguish your incident from the other ones. Caller is basically the person who's facing the problem. Category is the categorization, that which category your issue belongs to. Subcategory further classifies the category. Service, if you are any of the application that is serving the organization, that's service. Or service offering is a collection of more than one or more than one services. Now configuration item has got a very important role, guys. I will explain it to you with a very helpful example. Suppose someone selected category as hardware, selected the category subcategory as, let's say laptop. Okay, laptop or monitor. So now, since we all are working in the same company, let's say my laptop ID is L01, right? For Rohini, it can be L02. For Surbi, it can be L03, right? So you have to put that ID here, that which exact device is having the problem. So configuration item actually tells you which exact device is having the problem. Short description, you write your problem in short, you have to elaborate that in the description. Channel means what, by what means you are facing the you are trying to create an incident. State is basically the life cycle of your incident, right? Impact urgency will determine the priority. Assignment group and assign to, these two are very important. Like who, which exactly department, which is the exact department that's solving your problem, and in that department also who is your point of contact, that's assigned to, right? Notes means work notes. Work notes means if I'm doing something, I need to regularly update it on work notes, so that the people who are looking at the ticket can be well informed. That watch list and the work notes list is basically the list of those people who you want to see the work notes, like whom you want, like you want some certain people to see the work notes, the progress on the ticket, so you can add them into watch list and work note list. So they will be getting the regular emails of all the updates that you are making on a particular ticket. Okay, now related records, the parent incident, this has got a very good importance. See, if you remember our first example, I told that one person got a problem, then 1,000 person got the problem, right? So once you get 1,000 incident or of a for a particular issue, what you will do, you will make one incident the parent of other 999 incidents. What it will do, as soon as you close the parent incidents, all the 1,000 incidents will be closed. Now, if because if you are not doing this parent child relationship, you know what will happen, what like you will, you need to close the 1,000 tickets manually, which is going to be very hectic for you. But if you make your incident a parent of someone, then as soon as The parent incident closes, although it has got 1,000 childs, so all of the 1,000 childs will get closed along with the parent. Okay. If your incident is getting converted into a problem, the problem number will be written over here. Change request means if your incident is getting solved by a change request, obviously you'll write it here. Caused by change, suppose you were doing a change to solve a problem, you solved that problem, but the change that you have done given birth to another problem or an incident, so that basically says caused by change. Caused by change means you were planning to fix something, and that fix, once that fix was applied, it give birth to a new incident, so that's what, why we call it as caused by change. Okay. Resolution information, knowledge, she explained it correctly. It creates a knowledge article document, so which can be referred once that same problem arises again in future. Resolution code means what kind of resolution you have provided, like have you said solution provided, have you workaround provided, like caller resolved the problem itself, you actually converted into a problem, you converted into a change. What exactly is the category of your resolution, what exactly are the comments of your resolution, who resolved it, and on what date the problem got resolved. Guys, are we all on the same page? Have we understood the whole incident form correctly? Yes, no, maybe a quick thumbs up.
In a real
Yes.
time scenario, Goro, does there is any scenario where is change caused by problem? I mean, that tab,
This
uh,
happens a lot of times. Happens a
lot
lot
of.
of times. Yes. See, I'll give you a very fresh example. Okay. Suppose like we were having a uh, meeting. Okay, which was creating, like according to that, the requirement was that as soon as a priority one incident gets created, we were required to create a problem. Okay. So this was an incident which reached our queue. Now we implemented a custom solution for that, but the team forgot to see that there is already a solution existing for that. Now once they implemented this solution, like someone who raised the P1 incident, now there are getting two problems are getting created for one incident. So this is nothing, a very classic example of caused by change. We will also discuss it in our scripting section later on, that once we'll reach that point. Okay. Okay, guys, are we good?
Gaurav, I have a question.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Gaurav, can we raise a change or emergency change directly via incident,
Yes, we
or
can.
it has to go via
No, 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 no need.
Okay, so
Obviously.
let's say a
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So let's say an incident got raised,
You
and
see,
then
you see this.
at the first incident yeah, we can create that. But what I'm trying to understand is, let's say at the first incident we came to know that yeah, we need to do a server to be get changed and all that before the other incidents gonna to log. So we can raise it, but it will go and land into somebody's queue who will look into it, approve at multiple level, and then we can execute it. Or since it's an incident, so our priority is to get fixed first and then to see the approvers and all that later. So can we process in parallel a server to be get replaced? All the changes still in the queue, or will we get approved?
Again, so Rohit,
Okay.
I totally understood your concern. The thing is,
Yeah.
obviously, there is a very important thing. The thing is, every organization has got the processes. Okay. So even though, like, I know that what you're saying is like, if it is having a utmost criticality. Okay. So in that
Mhm.
case also we need to follow the process. We need you, like,
Okay.
if you are a developer, you feel that the priority one incident is coming in your queue, and now you are the one who's
Mm.
responsible for holding it, and now you want that it should go through an emergency change. Still you need to reach out to that concerned person. Still the whole emergency change procedure will be followed.
Okay.
You
Okay.
cannot bypass
No,
anything.
my concern was, since for incident we anyhow need to get that fixed, and we need to get the things activated or reactivated as soon as possible. So let's say as an IT head, I do have an because why I'm asking is the customer keeps coming up with those scenarios where they need to create some bypass in situations or some exceptional situations, which is not out of the box, where we need to do some customizations as well. So what I'm trying to understand is, can a IT head take a call prior to that the change would get approved? Let's say emergency
Yes,
change or anything would
yes.
gonna to
Let me
take
tell you.
time, but I yeah,
Let me tell you.
but I do.
Even if you look at
Okay,
it, like you can literally compare this to a hospital scenario, right? If
correct,
someone
correct. Yeah.
who's shot, right, and gets admitted to
Mhm.
emergency, he needs a emergent care, right? So the resident doctors
Correct.
have to take a call now. But again, we do have a provision of exceptions, okay? In
Yeah.
emergency change also, we do have a provision of exception. So if you feel that, you know, if you'll follow the process, it's going to do a lot of damage, yes, you can take a call,
Hmm.
but you have to note it down in the form of a change task as exception.
Okay.
Anything,
So the provision is there.
the what is the point of having a $600 million technology installed if you are like, if it is not able to take the accounting, right? Because if the actions, like the main purpose is basically to have a track of every action that we are doing, okay? It, like, there should not be a
Mhm.
unrecognized action performed. You can take a call, you have to note it down as an exception.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I hope everybody's on the same page now. Like everybody understood the change form. Rohini, Surbi, Kushi, Vishal, Kritika, everybody. If yes, I would like a quick
Yeah.
Nasreen. Yeah, perfect.
Gaurav,
Yeah.
can we get the notes to read something? Online notes also. If somebody asks question, what is emergency change? We should know the definition, right? We know in a layman language the way I've explained, but the technical words and something like that during interviews will help.
Okay.
So, do you provide those notes?
I can definitely provide the notes, not a problem about that. But if you ask me that, Gaurav, which is the best book or which is the best notes for service now, I would say the book written by you. Okay. Because see,
Mhm.
once you read these, once you go through the recordings, once you try these situations again, okay, then you will get yourself those notes, okay? Like you will write it in your own language. And that's the best language of explaining, because nobody can understand it better than you, because you have designed it. So if you want, I can definitely give a documentation, okay, not a problem. But that documentation is again created by one of my students. I can provide it to you, like it's a 100-page documentation. But again, like,
But there are, I mean, see, this is just a beginning. We will be covering hundreds of topics,
yes.
remembering each and every topic and the definition of each and every topic will be difficult.
Yeah,
Yeah, practical we'll definitely do, but some studies, I mean,
sure, sure.
reading set,
Yeah, yeah, for
reading.
sure. But
So
recording, like,
so the best I would say, Rohini, you can go to ServiceNow docs that it's already professionally documented, where you can get a lot of things out there.
I
I mean,
was
entire
also
book is
coming to
there.
that. And but even more than that, I will also provide you, I will also provide something of my own sort. Because, like, again, even going to the ServiceNow docs uh, is a hectic procedure, I would say, because they are well organized. No, like there is no doubt about it. But again, we want everything accumulated at a single place. So again,
Mhm.
that would be great if we give you the notes, okay? And I will give it, okay? No worries.
Sure,
See,
sure, cool.
notes, projects, each and
Mm,
everything, it's my responsibility to give you. Okay?
will be great, Gaurav. Thank you so much.
Okay, perfect. So I think we are good till this part. Now, first of all, first of all, a big clap for Rohini. She explained everything very beautifully on the incident form. Now, I would want a quick participation from everybody. In the tomorrow's class, since like we just now explained the incident form, we took a literally very deep dive into our incident form. Similar to that, your first assignment is going to be that you have to go to your problem form and your change form. And now you have to, like, you can use your favorite AI tools, maybe Chat GPT, maybe Gemini. Just go research the fields And tomorrow once we come back, I can ask maybe one of you, maybe Nasreen, maybe Krutika, maybe Vishal, anyone of you to basically present that. And see, once you do that, you will actually get few more things than what you expect. Okay. So this is going to be the first assignment for us, that you have to go through the change form and the problem form. Okay. And once tomorrow we connect, we will quickly get into change form, problem form. We'll cover those forms also. Then we'll come back to lists, and then we will move ahead with the further topics. I hope everybody is good with this part. Are we good, guys?
Yep.
Perfect.
Gaurav, I
Yes,
won't
Gaurav.
be able to join tomorrow because I'm like it's a day shift for me tomorrow. So uh,
Okay,
I'll definitely yeah.
not a problem.
I'll
I'll tell you. See,
mhm.
the reason why we create recordings and drives, the
Yeah, exactly.
reason is
It
you
is.
have the recordings. You like, and this
Mhm.
is for everybody. Like, see, we all are living in a world of uncertainty. Yesterday, my system was down. Even I am married. I am having a kid. Like, there can be an emergency. I am taking leave.
Mhm.
You can take leave, but if I am
Yep.
taking leave, like the advantage is there will be no class. The thing is,
Ji,
you are taking a leave, you can go through recordings, okay, pile up your
exactly.
doubts, come to the class,
Yep.
ask me the doubts, okay.
Sure.
Because from the next class onward we will be taking maybe first 5 to 7 minutes for your doubts. And if you have got more doubts, you have tried many things, definitely we can schedule a complete 1 hour, maybe once in 2 weeks, to once a week, or maybe once in a 2 week, to just clarify all those doubts together. Okay, I'll quickly open the service now instance, and straight away we are going to go to our problem form. And anyone who would like to take a lead to explain the problem form can raise their hand. I can pick you guys up. Anyone who can actually explain problem form, just like we explored the change and incident one. So I'll just say problem. I'll type here problem. I'll go to all, and I'll just open one of the problem ticket. Okay. So yeah, anyone who can explain this, anyone who have done a bit of research. Krutika, can you explain this? See, if you will not try, it's not going to work. If you try, I'm going to support you, and that's how we'll reach to a level. Okay.
No, Gaurav, I don't have that idea on the phone.
No problem. Rohini, you would like to go?
Yeah. Can you share your screen and show me that problem form? Because,
Ah,
yeah. Okay, fine.
okay.
So, just yeah. So I think so. The number is the one where when we create the problem ticket, at that time it's been generated. Then the task origin, it is the reason. I mean, what was the origin of this particular task? From which particular incident task it has been originated. That is what my understanding is. Goro, you can later on
Yeah,
correct
definitely.
it.
I'll
Category.
add to that. Yeah.
Category, can you just click on the drop down? Category could be anything, like it again the same hardware, software, whatever it is. Then services, the application impact, which application has got down. Service offering, again related to application configuration item, as Gaurav mentioned last day, that it is related to the particular address. It could be anything, like if you have got a laptop and it has a particular IP address or software related issue, so it should be related to that one. So individuals or that particular applications configuration item, or could be the IP address, or could be the any identification number. That's the configuration item. Then model, it's a general, because it could be categorized as per the requirement, but it is mentioned general here. State, of course, new. I don't know state changes. The impact, again, it is low as of now, but again urgency, impact, and priority. If the priority is changes from P5 to P1 or P2, the impact and urgency will automatically go as on the higher side and the medium side. So Yeah, the moment the priority changes, automatically every scenario changes, right? Assignment group, yesterday we have discussed that assignment group, which group it has been tagged to. Again, it could relate it to the task or incident item also, or also the any specific group is working on this, and the person who is assigned to this work on the problem ticket. Then statement, problem statement, what was the issue, why this has been occurred, right? So one line statement, then description could be the it would be in a longer form, that why it has occurred, who is working on it, what is the root cause, and everything we can mention as in the description, not too long but a little short description. Go down notes, again work notes list. Here you will be again mentioning who is working on it, what is the action item taken on the work notes, and then work note list may you will be adding the people who wanted to get notified because for this particular problem ticket. Then analysis information, you can click on the analysis और कुछ बचा है क्या यहाँ पे? Analysis information, what is the known error. So when they start the discussing on the problem ticket, you will realize that this is the error which has been figured out, right? So now the server is down, or maybe there is a latency in the server, or could be anything. So that workaround we have to write down in descriptive form, so that whosoever is working on the that particular war room, or maybe the ticket, they should be aware that this is the discussion is going on, this is what is happening. So it is the entire description during from the starting till the end, everything we have to jot down in the workaround, right? Then cause, what causes, cause could be anything which has been impacted, I'm not sure. Resolution information, what resolution we have given, what is the root cause analysis we have done, who is resolved by, who is going to resolve it, and fix notes, what was the um, uh, conclusion. Then other information could be the open by system admin, confirmed, open, close, and all these things. Confirmed by, open by system admin, confirmed by, I don't know, all these things.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, so first of all, again, a very good explanation from Rohini. Rohini, I have a quick feedback for you. Okay, uh,
Yeah,
and,
yeah,
and
please.
this feedback is like, because you're doing amazing in terms of explaining, but like this is something which is from the
Mm-hmm.
communication side, which I would like to give you a feedback,
Mm-hmm.
and this is not just for Rohini, and this is for everybody whosoever is listening to this. See,
Mm-hmm.
whenever you are explaining something, okay,
Okay.
your volume that on which you're
Oh,
speaking, it should not be like very high, very low, very high. The graph of your volume should stay consistent. So if I'm
yeah.
speaking something, it should stay consistent. Okay, you are explaining
Mhm.
it beautifully, you know the stuff, you have worked on it, you are explaining it perfectly. But the thing is, when you do a too much
Was
of
high and
high and
fast.
low, the attention of that person actually diverts. Okay, so like if you
Oh,
hear me listen, like if you listen to me right now, like I'm giving you a lecture, I speak for maybe 1.5 hour continuously in English, but you will never see me going very high or very low until and unless it is required.
How to achieve that, Gaurav?
Yeah,
I mean, my volume is little. I am
definitely,
loud.
definitely. And because I've given you the feedback, I'm definitely giving you the points also, and this is just for everybody. Okay, see, whenever you are speaking, don't think that we are running any, like we have to catch a train. Okay, just like take a pause, and pause means not awkward silence. Take a pause. Okay, just slowly, softly, like, first of all, in whenever we are communicating to someone, there are three important things we should understand while delivering something. Okay, I know that you are not aiming to become a full-time instructor for service now, but just in general, first thing what your thing should look like is rate of speech. You have to be very cautious about the rate of speech, because if you are speaking too fast or too slow, that basically reflects the confidence level that you have. If you are speaking on a continuous note, okay, now how it will come to your practice, you have to practice it in front of mirror. Okay, so if you are practicing something, just make sure that whatever you are speaking with, or whosoever you are speaking with, make sure that you are having a continuous flow. It should not be a very discrete flow. Sometimes you are very fast, sometimes you are very slow, but it should be a continuous, a pause by pause word. Like you said a word, just a quick pause, word, pause, word, pause. It should draw a similar pattern all together, all the times. One thing. Second thing is called as MTI, which is mother tongue influence. Okay. Whenever
Mhm.
you are speaking in English, make sure that your English should sound like English. Your English, your English should not tell from which region of India you belong to. Okay. And this is most of the people, this is the problem with most of the people, that whenever you will listen to a person who's in
Mhm.
south southern part of the India, when he is going to speak up, he is going to say yum, not m, right? In North India, we used to say am, I am writing, I am working, right? But
Mhm.
whenever a South Indian person says the same thing, you'll it say yum, yun,
Mhm.
right? So we have to keep the flavor of our English very neutral. Okay. Rate of speech, volume up and down. Volume should be consistent. Rate of speech should be consistent. Okay. At the same time, there should be no mother tongue influence.
Yeah.
And there is one more thing which is called as fogons. Okay. Fogons means, if you have noticed that, most of the people use too many fillers in their language. So, for example, like this kind of fogon. Okay.
Okay.
Like, I'm not saying that you cannot use fogons, but if it is becoming too consistent in your language, then it's not a good sign. Actually, it basically reflects low confidence or a underconfident person. Okay. So all now, these are all the feedback points which I have given. Now, how you will come to know about it, or how you will practice that, or how you will put it into practice, try to talk in English, try to, and that's the reason. See, even that I can also present this problem form to you. I can even explain each and every field on this form. But why I am giving you the opportunity, there is a reason behind it. Okay. Okay. So whenever you get a chance in class, in public, don't be afraid to, speak up. Okay. Speak up, always speak up. If you don't speak too much, you don't know how to cater a crowd, you will be somewhat deflected from what you are doing. Okay. So that's something which we are not expecting. And again, uh, the amount of technical knowledge you have is good, because, but let me tell you, technical work is something anyone can do that, but a good communication is the biggest thing. Okay. So make sure everybody, and this is for everybody, like this was something, whenever I come, like I start a batch, I just give everybody a quick idea that how you will present your answers. Okay. I hope that's good, everybody on the same page.
Yeah, noted, Gaurav. Yeah, yeah. I should be. I know I was a little fast.
Yeah, yeah. No worries. And it's not that it's just about you, Rohini, it's everybody. Like I, even when I was starting, I was also on the same page. But now, slowly and gradually, we'll practice, and I'll give you more and more presentation opportunities so that you can improve on this particular skill. Okay, perfect. Now, coming back to the problem form, Rohini explained it really well. But now, let me explain you the state part which Rohini missed. The problem, when problem enters into our system, it actually enters in a new state. New state means the problem is in a new condition. Now, second state, we have got the SS, or is basically called as an assessment. So there is a set of questions which is given to the user, which actually decides whether that origin task, maybe an incident, it really qualifies to be a problem, or it's a fake problem. Are we trying to just make it or fake it, something like that? So not all the incidents are capable enough to become a problem. So in the assessment part, we have to do a assessment whether the incident is good enough to be a problem or not. Okay. Next, we have the root cause analysis, where exactly we try to find out what exactly is the root cause behind the problem, what exactly is the solid reason due to which this problem arised, right? And what can be a possible fix for this particular thing. And once you know the fix, you move the problem to the fix in progress state. And once you move it to fix in progress, you start implementing the solutions, and finally it becomes a resolved state. Once you resolve it, after few days, it automatically gets into closed state. Now, when I say after few days, it can be a business decision that after how many days of resolution you want to mark it as close. Some businesses make it 10 days, 8 days, 12 days, 14 days, as per in like according to their own convenience. Okay, so that's exactly how it looks like. Okay, so that's the state part of the problem. Okay, and if I talk about few other things, so if I see workaround means, so if you have raised a problem and at that particular time I don't have a exact solution to your problem, what I can give you is a workaround solution. Workaround means something that is not a solution, not exactly an acceptable solution, but can can bear with the situation. Okay, can actually can actually save you from the situation. Maybe an alternative solution, a less effective solution, I would say. It's called as a workaround. Okay, now if I talk about confirmed by, if you look at this ss state, someone needs to confirm that this origin task that we are putting in is a problem, is really a problem. So confirmed by is that person who actually confirms that whether the following incident is really a problem or not. And confirmed is basically the confirmation date. Resolution, obviously, fixed notes, everything. Rohini explained it really well. Apart from that, cause notes, obviously, when you are doing the root cause analysis, you have to put the cause notes that what is the actual root cause of the problem, what exactly caused this problem. Okay, so that's exactly your problem form. Are we all on the same page now, guys? Everybody understood the problem form? Okay, perfect. Rohit, you joined late. I saw the message that you were stuck in meeting. I hope you got the idea of this problem form.
Yeah, Gaurav, I've seen that earlier. So, Gaurav, the moment we change the state, let's say this is, we are going to do a manual entry here, right?
Hmm.
Um, Now, let's say from an incident form, I want to move that to the problem. So I did that. Here, how I would able to see that it will be in my queue, or I mean that is separate thing, and this is what manually I need to create a problem record, right? And here I will attach the some kind of a parent or the origin of the
Exactly.
incident
You
which I
have
want
to like
that.
for whatever incident that is getting converted to problem, you have to put the incident number here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the moment I will change it to SS, so that this will get shift to SS, right? And
If
who
you
would be
click on
assessing?
the SS, we have to fill the work notes. Maybe I'll just put test for now. You click on SS state, you have to assign it to certain person. Okay, you have to assign it
Mm-hmm.
to people person. Let me close it once. Okay, let me. Okay, so I have to assign it to someone. Let's say able
Yeah,
tutor,
yeah.
or maybe not able tutor. There should be someone from the problem management team. So
Yeah,
let's say
yeah, yeah.
problem manager I'm assigning it to, and now I'll say okay. See, it basically comes to
Actually,
SS,
got moved, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Now,
I
if you
got
say,
it.
again, root cause analysis, again, you have to click on root cause analysis. Now, in order to reach to this level, you have to confirm that yes, it is a problem. That's what
That is a
we
problem.
call
Yeah.
as other information confirmed by, right? If I'll click on this confirm, see the state changes to root cause analysis, right? Now, if you
Correct.
see root cause analysis, mark duplicate again. Now you have to fix the problem. You can click on fix in progress. See, now you have to put in the
Mm,
cause notes. What was the cause of the problem? Fix notes. You what exactly are the steps that you have taken to fix the problem, and you hit OK. Okay. Again.
mm,
Now, if from fix in progress, if you feel that no, like there is yet a need of reanalyzing the problem, you can click on reanalyze. Again, see, it's
mm.
going back to the problem, that same state
Correct.
again. Fix, and again, if you want, you can make it resolved.
Resolved. And Gaurav, one more thing. Let's say in any incident which we want to get that converted to a problem, uh, I need some SME to be get looped in. Let's say we have assigned to somebody else, let's say problem manager, but he is not the right. person who would able to sort it out. So that person would escalate it to some other topper. Let's say I need somebody from network or somebody from cyber. So he would able to loop that person into that problem statement.
We have a whole soul infrastructure in service now to handle the routing of
Yeah, yeah.
incidents and problems. We will actually come to that. Okay, we will
Okay.
study everything in detail, how assignment rules work, how a automated assignment comes into the picture, how flowing of data comes into the picture. Like, that's the whole soul story we are going to see in our upcoming
Understood.
videos. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so this was the problem form. Okay, guys, now let's quickly get into change form, and let's quickly pick someone up who can actually explain change form. Anyone who can maybe try for change form apart from Rohini. Anyone would like to present change form? Guys, at least try. If you will try, I will support you most of the time. If you will not try, it's not going to work for you for sure. Because see, most of the time what will happen, most of the time interviewer is going to ask you question, and even if you know the answer and you are not able to explain it well, you will not be able to crack it. Vishal, you would like to try?
Yes, Gaurav.
Okay, perfect, let's go.
Yeah, first one is number. Number basically a unique field,
Exactly.
and the yeah, and the second requested by means who request change.
Exactly.
So, and category related to services means software, hardware, or anything.
Exactly.
And the service offering mean AC repair or installation part.
Exactly, a service
It's
that is getting impacted.
yes.
Yes.
And configuration item mean any services if I am facing issue with the MuleSoft software, so I put MuleSoft in configuration item.
Exactly, the exact item that is getting impacted. Okay,
Yes, yes.
perfect.
And priority basically the is it if if priority is high means it's a critical means it's impact the whole organization, so we need to work on priority on the priority basis.
Exactly.
And risk is basically the means if I go with change, so is there any risk means if it is it this means that risk happen with some a whole organization or single person, so basically it's a risk.
Moderation, like it has a parameter. The risk is having a parameter, that it's a moderate risk, high risk, or a low risk. Okay. Short
Yes,
description and description is just similar to what you have in incident and problem.
yes,
Assignment group and assigned to are basically same as what you have seen in your
yes,
incident form. Again,
yes.
model.
Model basically three types of model. First one is standard, normal, emergency. If we are go to change in any form, so we need approval for higher management.
Exactly. Perfect. State. Okay, state I
State
will explain. State you can leave it. State I will explain. Planning.
in a planning, justification means uh, reason. We provide reason in the justification field, uh, why we are changing the form,
Mhm.
for example. And the implementation plan basically what we are going to be implemented in the change request form. And risk and impact analysis means same thing, if is it impacted whole organization, and uh, yes, is it impacted to whole organization, yes, that the risk and impact analysis. And backward plant mean uh, like if I change, if I done changes in the change request form, so is there any plan if my changes is not working, so there is any chances to
Perfect.
back out.
Perfect. Perfect. I will just give, uh, I will redefine everything. Justification means why you are doing this change. Okay, what is the need of this change? Implementation plan means what exactly is a plan of action, what exactly are the steps that you are going to perform as a part of this change. Risk and impact analysis, when you will perform those steps, what are the potential risk for the organization? Okay, is there any outage, is there any application that's going down? Next is where backout plan. Backout plan means if you are doing the changes and it went successful, then you are good. But if it is not successful, what is the backout plan? Okay. If it is an
Yes.
unsuccessful change, what you are going to do? Now, test means whatever you are putting into production, how you are going to test it. The steps of testing will come into test plan.
Test plan.
Okay. Okay, Vishal, let's go with the schedule.
Uh, yeah, first one is planned it. Basically, when we are going to done these changes, so we put start date and end date. If and the system basically check its planned date or end date is not conflicted. If we are do two changes at the same time, so basically it's a conflict.
Exactly.
So yeah, and cab approval basically a what the full form.
Change authority board.
Yes. So this approval is needed in the uh, for implementation testing purpose.
Exactly. So let me repeat on that. See, when exactly your change is starting, when exactly it is ending. Cab required means it's basically an authority body which basically approves the change. Whenever there is an emergency change raised, normal change, or any kind of change raised, there is a governing body which is called as cab, which is change authority board. So it basically is the one that provides the approval for your changes. What is the date and time on which you are getting the approval, actual start and actual, and who's the exact cap person, like who's the cap person. If person is not there, cap delegate is the person who's going to give the approvals. And cab recommendation, so suppose if cab or the change authority board approves your change, but they have some recommendations for you, so they are going to write those recommendations here, that before putting this change into production, just do the following steps, maybe few steps. Okay.
Yes.
Conflict, as Vishal mentioned, that conflict is something when you are planning two changes at the same time. So basically at that point you will be meeting with this conflict. Notes, obviously it's your usual work notes. And closure information is once you close your change, like is it a successful one, unsuccessful one, or successful with issues, and what are the close notes. So those all things you are going to put in here. Apart from that, if I explain
What
you,
is code is something from we have to, I mean, is there a specific number or something like that? Class code, close code?
no, no, close code is not like close code is either successful or
Hazard.
successful with issues or unsuccessful. Okay. Now, let me explain you the life cycle of a change. See, just like problem, change also appears in a new state. Then an assessment is needed to be performed. That what is the like this assessment is different from the assessment that we have performed in problem. This assessment basically determines what is the risk of the change. Like right now, the risk is a moderate, high, or low change. This is going to be performed by this assessment, because this assessment basically comes into picture once there is a set of multiple choice questions that are presented to you, and those multiple choice questions are going to decide whether this change is going to be a high priority change or a moderate or a low risk change. Okay. Once you have performed the assessment, you come to the authorized state, and the authorized state is basically taking approvals from cab and all the other facilitators. Once you have your change is authorized, you schedule it, right? You have a scheduled start date here where you schedule your change, that when it is going into production. Okay. Once it is scheduled, you implement it. After implementation, you have to review your change, that whatever you have put in your change, is it working fine, has it solved the issue. After review, it gets solved and closed. And anytime if you feel that your change is not needed anymore, you can very well cancel it. So that's the state that you have, right? Getting my point, guys? Change form
Yes, Gaurav.
understood, everybody? Vishal, it was a very good try from your side, man. And please keep it up, okay? Like you will be doing good for sure.
Gaurav, one more thing. I have one question.
Uh-huh.
If we close the change request form, so it also reflected in a problem or incident form.
Yes, if
Like,
your problem and incidents are associated with the change, then
hmm,
yes.
okay,
Because see, change is raised in two scenarios. Either you are fixing an incident or problem, or you are deploying a totally new functionality into the system. So, for example, your service now was not having a chatbot yesterday, like till this point. Now you want to provide a chatbot service to your customers. So it's a new feature that you are deploying, right? It's not an incident. It's not
yes.
something broken. It's something that is, you are providing a deployment, a new feature getting deployed to production. So in those scenarios, your change will not associate to any incident or problem, because it is not trying to solve anything. It is putting a new feature into production.
Hmm.
Everybody, are we good with the change form as well, guys? Can I have a good thumbs up? Krutika is good. Kushi is good. Okay, Vishal is good. Okay, everybody is good. Okay, now, so this was, and guys, that's how I would like you in future also. Whenever we get into a table, try to get hold of all the fields on that table. Okay, if you will be having the knowledge of all the fields of the table, most of the time your 30 to 40% interview questions are solved for you. Because if you know every field in your tables, you are doing really good. Okay, now, once like, let's come back to our incident again. And now let me show you a few interesting things. Now we have analyzed it uh, now we have analyzed our incident, problem, and change form. Now it's time for our list to come into the picture. Okay, now first of all, let me tell you, there is a very interesting fact about lists. Okay, so if I open the paint, see, suppose this is your incident form. Okay, suppose these are all the fields on your incident form. Okay, you are well aware what these fields are, right? So you have got the fields. Now you have got some sections here. These are the fields that you see on your incident form, and let's assume that this is nothing but your incident form, right? Now, let me tell you one thing. Incident form has got a lot of fields. Let's say 150 of them. But out of 150, only few fields are shown on the form. Rest of the fields remain hidden. Okay? Remain hidden. Now, because why they are hidden? Because obviously you cannot show everything on the form, otherwise it's going to make the form messier. Now, but what if there is a problem that you want to analyze a field which is on the incident table, but you cannot see it on the form? It is in the hidden zone. How you can figure out what exactly the value of that field is without bringing it to the form? Then comes into the picture list. Okay, so now if you look at the list, if you click on this gear icon, this gear icon is called as list personalization. So whatever fields you want to see on the list, whether you want to see all the fields, whether you want to see some selected ones, you can customize your list from here. So for example, uh, let's say I can send everything back. For example, I just want to see these three fields. I can click on OK. See, my list changes to these three fields. If I want to analyze everything, let's say I want caller, category, caused by change, child, incident, everything. I really want everything on my incident form. I can just select everything and I can drag it to the left side, just like this. And I can hit OK. And once I do that, you see, everything comes up to the list. So whenever you have got something that you want to analyze, but that analysis part is not available on your incident form, so in that case, what you can do is you can actually bring them to the list. Okay, so that's the first functionality which I would like to demonstrate. about the list. Okay, now obviously you can bring up the hidden fields on the form as well, but we are not advised to do so until and unless there is a specific requirement. And in our module number 3 we will learn how to bring those hidden fields from background to foreground, or maybe from background to the exact form. But up till now, like, it's not recommended. And why it is not recommended, let me tell you that as well. See, the list that you change, okay, the list that you change is local to you. That means this list that I have just personalized. So for example, I am personalizing a list. For example, I personalized this list. Okay. Okay, so this personalization is local to me, only I can see that. Okay, and why only I can see that? Because this is local to me. Okay, now if someone from my team opens the incident list, he is not going to see this list. He is going to see the default incident list. This list is local to me. I have personalized it for myself. It will just reflect for myself. It's not going to reflect for the other people out there. But if you bring up anything on the form, so for example, if I open this particular incident, and let's say, if just ignore this pop-up for now. So if I bring any field on this particular form, so in that particular case, this particular form is going to be, this is going to be a global change, because if you pull anything to the form, everybody can see it now. So I hope everybody understood that why we should play with lists when you want to do the analysis. Don't bring everything to form. Okay. Whenever you have to bring anything to the form, you will be getting a story for that. You will be getting a request for that, that please bring up this field on the form. Okay. Everybody clear with this part, list personalization? Okay, perfect. Nasreen, are you good with the list personalization? Okay, perfect. Okay, now this is good.
Gaurav,
Yeah,
means
yeah,
if
sure.
I want to show every member, then how we can do it?
Like, you want to show everything on the list view?
Yes, not only for me. It's visible to all my team members. Then
Okay, you want that this should not be a local change, you want to make it a global one, right?
yes, yes.
So just see, hover
Okay.
on any of the things here, click here and go to list layout. List
Okay,
layout.
got it.
Okay, and in the list layout, you can actually set what, like, see, right now this is the default list you have.
Yes.
Whatever you want to see, list, like whatever default, whatever is the new default you want to make, you can pull all these fields to the default one. Getting my point?
Yes, yes, sir, Gaurav,
This
got
one,
it.
the thing that you are going to do from list layout is going to be a global change. The list personalization is a local change, but if you change the list layout, it's going to be a global change. So it's going to change for everybody. Okay,
Yes.
perfect. Now let me discuss few of the searching strategies with the list. So for example, you want to search something on your list, okay, incident list. How you will search that? So first of all, there are three type of searching. First is you put a star and then you search with a keyword, for example test. Okay, and you hit enter. See, so it is going to bring up all the things which has got test in them. Any, like, everything, every short description having test embedded some or the other way in the short description will be coming up here. So if you see, a short description contains test. So if your short description contains the key term test somewhere, you are going to see that. See, even the latest test is also there, right? Right.
Yes.
Okay, now second is, if I remove that star and if I just hit enter, what will happen? See, it is going to give me short description start with test. So if you are not putting anything before the keyword, it's going to pick up something that start with test. So it is test and the following thing, right? Now What if I put equal to test? See, equal to test means short description should be exactly test. There should be nothing on the left, nothing on the right, nothing on the top, nothing on the bottom. So if you have got a short description which is equal to test, then that record will come up here. Right now I don't have anything, unfortunately, so I'm seeing zero records. But if you have an incident where when the incident short description is just test, you will be able to see that here. Equal to means it's going to look for the exact comparison. If you don't put anything, it's going to work with the start with part. But if you don't, if you put a star, it's going to say contains. And this functionality is not just for short description. You can search it, like use this particular functionality on any of the fields, like assignment group. So for example, your assignment group should start with hard, so anything. So see, hardware, it's basically, it's equal, like obviously it's going to take into consideration everything. Okay, if you want to say like oft contains oft, so see, software contains oft, so it's going to bring up the software. So these are the searching techniques which you can actually make use, and it's going to make your sorting a bit easier for you to actually sort the list.
First one was asterisk, right?
Yeah, first one is asterisk, which is means contains. Second thing, you don't have anything, it's going to say the default value start with. Third thing is, if you put a equal to, it's going to look for the exact match. Okay, perfect. Now there is one more very interesting thing about this particular check. So for example, if you want to see some kind of lookalikes, then ServiceNow also gives you that opportunity. See, for example, you saw that this particular incident is assigned to service desk, and now you thought that, okay, let me see all the incidents that are assigned to service desk. So what you can do is just do a right click and say show matching. So see, it's going to show you all the things which are service desk, and you can clearly see that it's actually putting a similar kind of query on the top. As soon as you do show matching, it's putting up that same query, right? And see, for example, you want to see everything apart from service desk. I am not interested in service desk, anything apart from service desk. Just do, instead of show matching this time, do filter out. See, it's going to bring up everything, but it's not going to bring up the service desk thing. Okay, so that's show matching and filter out functionality. Now, apart from that, let's there is one more very interesting functionality, that is a group by functionality. So for example, you want to see a consolidated view of the things. For example, you want to see how many incidents are assigned to each assignment group. So you can say group by assignment group. So once you do that, see, it's going to show you a exact segregation. So you can do a group by on any of the fields. Like I'm already telling you that this particular thing is not just limited to one field. These all functionalities are scattered, and actually every field in ServiceNow support these kind of searching functionalities. I hope everybody is good. Everyone understood this part? Okay, perfect. Now, okay, there is one more very interesting thing about searching. So, for example, right now, for example, suppose I tell you that please give me a list of priority one incidents that are in progress. Okay, so how you can do that? You have a filter for that. Okay, so if you have got multiple conditions which you want to showcase, so for example, active is equal to true, your incident active is true, and let's say priority is one. So I want to say priority is one, and let's say state is in progress. State is in progress. So if like I want a list of incidents which are fulfilling all the three conditions together. And means, like, this and is a logical and. Okay, if you are putting a and here, it means that it's basically a logical and. Logical and means that it is going to make sure that all the conditions are getting fulfilled simultaneously. Or means either this or this. So like if it's a either or, then you have to fulfill one of the two condition. And means you have to fulfill both of the conditions. So now if I run this particular filter, you see I'm getting the 10 records. and these 10 records are actually fulfilling all the conditions that I have. Okay, if you see this particular state, like all everything is in progress. If I show you the priority, let me personalize the list, bring up the priority, let me bring up, see, this is the priority. I'll bring up and I'll move it to top. Okay, you see everyone is a critical, yani one priority. You see I have put the priority as one, and active is also true. Okay, if you want to see active, see, I can say active. See, you will see active is true, right? So these are the different search functionalities that you are going to find in your module, in your service now. I hope my team is good with all the searching capabilities. Nasreen, you are good? Okay, perfect. Rohini, good? Okay, perfect. Now, since we have understood all the capabilities, let me talk about some portal related things also. So for example, if you want to, like, you remove everything from the URL and just append a SP here, it's going to take you to the service portal of ServiceNow. Okay, and this is the portal which is actually for the end users. So the end users are going to come here, they are going to raise their request. If they want to request something, they want to read some knowledge articles regarding something, they want to get help on something, they want to approve something, they want to just play a breakout game like this. Okay, so all these things are available to a user on a ServiceNow service portal. Okay, so if you want to request something, like you are requesting a laptop, mouse, maybe a monitor, maybe a laptop, maybe a ID card, maybe a entry pass, maybe you want to do a software installation request. So whatever you want to do, you can come here and do the request. The more updated version of service portal is employee service center. So if you just remove SP and just type ESC here, you are going to land on employee service center portal. Okay, this employee service center portal is a newer version of ServiceNow service portal, which is comparatively more rich in look and feel. Okay, functionality wise, they both are same, but again, if I need to sell you iPhone 17, I need to make you count the shortcomings of iPhone 16. So if you ask me that, Gaurav, why they came up with a new portal if we are already having a service portal, why we need a new portal? So again, after all, it's a business, so they are going to come up with newer and newer portals in future as well. So again, there is no specific answer to this particular question, but yes, it's, after all, it's a business, so they are going to come up with a newer and newer products to make more and more profits. So that's the reason why they have introduced ESC. Otherwise, if you ask me, functionality and a engineering mindset of functionality wise, a technical wise, both of the portals are literally same. They are built on the Angular JS. Okay, so both of the portals are same, and this is the reason. And like, again, they are coming up with a new feature, so again, why not a new portal? So that's the reason why you get a new portal on ServiceNow. If I talk about ServiceNow versions, just like our Android mobile phones have the versions in the alphabetical order, like KitKat, Jelly Bean, Marshmallow, Oreo. Similar to that, we have got it ServiceNow, like alphabetical order. They take inspiration from the different cities of the world, like Aspen, Berlin, Calgary, Dublin, Eureka, Fuji, like moving ahead up to Xanadu, Yokohama, Zurich till Z. Now after Z, they are going to again come back to A, which is Australia. Okay, Australia, Brazil, something like that. So these are the different versions of service now. Nothing like, just a fancy stuff. Is my team clear with all these topics that we have covered today? Okay, perfect. Perfect. So with that said, we are actually good with our module number 1, and tomorrow we are going to start with our module number 2, which is a working module on dashboards. How exactly you can do reporting on your dashboards, how exactly you can, you know, design reports, show multiple things on the dashboard, maybe in the more colorful ways, graphs, bar graphs, pie charts, donut charts, and all that stuff. So that's something we are going to do tomorrow as a part of dashboard.